getting answers for Western Massachusetts. This is Western Mass News.
Well, it is hot, it is humid, and it is stormy. We'll take a look at your latest forecast coming up.
That's right. Six Flags announcing they'll be closed tomorrow as they continue to clean up after Tuesday's fierce storm. We have a live report just ahead.
The whole season has special meaning.
Boston Pops bringing their music and renewed hope to small businesses still struggling here in Western Mass. We'll have that story next. Well, it's a first warning weather day as we are tracking strong storms moving all across the area. It comes at the end of a stretch of just extreme heat. I know you guys have been feeling it if you've stepped outside. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kayla Burton. We do have team coverage of tonight's weather. Matt Satilli, Briseida Landaverde, and Leon Purvis are all standing by, you see. But first, we're going to start with our first warning weather team, Don Maher and Jana Brown, tracking today's conditions. And Jana, we're going to start with you. It is hot and it's windy. There's a whole lot going on out here.
Yeah, definitely. We've been spared so far here in the Springfield area, but farther to our north, lots of showers and thunderstorms. Currently, we have a severe thunderstorm watch for all of Western Mass through 10 p.m. At the moment, there is a severe thunderstorm warning and a newly issued flash flood warning for pretty much the same area. The flash flood warning includes Beckett, Lee, Lenox, and Stockbridge, the areas that got hit very hard. With a severe thunderstorm earlier, you've seen between about 1 and 3 inches of rain, and that could cause some flash flooding to occur at any point if it's not occurring already. The Doppler radar, unfortunately, not working at the moment, but we do still have a lot of cloud to ground lightning out in central Berkshire County, and a severe thunderstorm warning does continue with that storm that's coming in out of eastern New York. That storm just on the outskirts of Berkshire County has been producing some significant wind, but there's also the chance for some hail. More storms coming in out of the west will eventually make their way into the lower valley through the evening. So there is the threat for severe weather that continues, especially in southern Berkshire County and in Hampden County that hasn't been hit quite yet. It has been a very warm and very muggy day out there, and it's still very, very hot in the greater Springfield area. So as storms finally start to reach us, there's a decent chance that they could be bringing some damaging wind gusts, and also there's a small possibility for some scattered hail as well. Now, for a check on the heat and some current conditions and how things are looking into tonight, we'll head over to meteorologist Don Maher. Don?
Well, Jana, day number 4 of our heat wave is unofficially up to 96 at Westover Air Reserve Base in Chicopee. Now, the good news is if you've had enough of these 90-degree readings, these showers and thunderstorms are going to bring relief from the heat, but they're really not going to bring relief from the humidity. We're still going to be dealing with higher dew points as we head through the next couple of days. Yesterday, as you remember, we broke the record at Westover Air Reserve Base in Chicopee, getting to 97. So far today, we've tied it, getting to 96. The current record was 96, set back in 1964. Temperatures now in the areas that have seen the showers and thunderstorms are in the 70s, but here in the valley, we're still in the 80s because, as Jana mentioned, we still have not seen any shower and thunderstorm activity move through just yet, but there are showers and thunderstorms off to our west, and I think we do get in on some of that action as we move on into the evening hours. But right now, temperatures 70s and 80s, still very muggy at this hour as well. Good news is, though, as I mentioned, there is relief from the heat. Temperatures in the 70s Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Many of us may not get out of the 60s, but you also notice it's going to be a bit unsettled as well. Jan will have more on that coming up in the full forecast in just a couple of minutes from now. Kayla?
All right, Don, sounds good. Thanks. Our team coverage continues now with Western Mass News reporter Matt Satilli. Joins us live in Montague, tracking storm coverage in Franklin County tonight. And Matt, you've been there. I see that big tree down right behind you. How's it going?
Yeah, Kayla, it's a little sunny now, but that was not the case an hour or two ago here. And we are on Sharon Road in the Turner Falls area of Montague. And like you mentioned, you can see a sizable tree that is down behind me, and that is on the power lines. And we are hearing from Eversource crews who are on the scene that wire that you see is live as of right now. MEMA and Eversource are reporting over 100 homes with power outages here in Montague. But crews are hard at work resolving the power outages across the town. And as we were driving over here, Kayla, we saw some small debris on the road, but this right here is definitely the biggest damage that we've encountered so far. And it's sunny now, but when we were in Greenfield around 4:30, there was one big lightning strike, standing water in a matter of 5-10 minutes, driving rain, heavy winds. So it might be sunny now, but that was not the case. And we will keep you posted for all the storm damage here in Montague, Franklin County. It was a little nasty. Heard some tornado warnings, but for right now, Reporting live in Montague, Matt Satilli for Western Mass News.
All right, Matt, thanks. Make sure you stay safe out there. We do have breaking news out of Agawam now as Six Flags announces they will be closed again tomorrow to continue that cleanup from the storm. Heavy rain and wind just swept through the amusement park just about 24 hours ago. People arriving from all across New England for a full day of fun, finding the gates closed for damage assessments. Now, the park announcing just a half hour ago that the park will remain closed tomorrow as well. Western Mass News reporter Briseida Landaverde caught up with some of those families. Bree, what can you tell us?
That's right, Kayla. We spoke to groups who traveled between 2 and 4 hours to get here today. Now, the park did announce this morning they would be closed today due to storm damage, but that wasn't in time for people who were already on the road. The Silsby family from Freeport, Maine packed their car and traveled over 200 miles early Wednesday morning in hopes of exploring Six Flags New England.
Well, we all took the day off today, but we're not going to Six Flags.
But to their surprise, the park was closed following Tuesday's storm. Damage visible all around the amusement park. Toppled trees and umbrellas flipped upside down. Our Western Mass News Sky Drone captured the empty parking lots as the gates remained shut. The Silsbys tell Western Mass News they are season ticket holders and were hoping, after a year of waiting for COVID-19 restrictions to end, they could finally activate their passes.
2020, the park was completely closed for the whole season. So we've hyped it up to our younger kids, saying this year you get bigger rides, you get to go. We didn't go last year. We're not going there. We're not going today either.
The family even purchased a ticket for an additional guest traveling with them.
They allowed us to buy the ticket. Nothing was said. The transaction went through.
They hope to get a refund. Meantime, Agawam Mayor Bill Sapelli tells Western Mass News the amusement park made the right call in closing down rides on Wednesday.
So they assessed their damages, and unfortunately for them, for Six Flags, they wanted to do the right thing for their patrons, so they decided to close based on their conditions at the time and what they had to do to get it ready.
And Mayor Bill Sapelli tells us crews continue to work around the clock to make sure everyone is safe, both here at Six Flags New England and other parts of the town that were hard hit by yesterday's storm. And once again, just as a reminder, the park will be closed tomorrow once again. For now, reporting live in Agawam, Briseida Landaverde for Western Mass News.
All right, Bree, thanks for that live report. Our team coverage continues now with Western Mass News reporter Leon Purvis. He joins us live in East Longmeadow, where the annual summer carnival that's back after being canceled just last year due to the pandemic. But we've been talking about this weather, and Leon, are the folks braving for it?
Yeah, Kayla, the carnival opened at 6. People are here and the rides are running. Now, the concert is canceled tonight due to concerns about the weather. But earlier this evening, Western Mass News found workers getting ready and testing rides. This carnival is much anticipated in the community since everything had to be canceled last year. The carnival manager does not expect the storm to roll through tonight, but they do have plans if there are downpours and lightning.
It could. But looking at the radar a little while ago, it's north of us and south of us. If it does, naturally we have, if there's heavy lightning or whatnot, then there's certain rides that you close down, and, we know our limitations.
Bill adds that if it does rain heavily, they will shut down the rides and reopen once the storm passes through. If all goes well, the plan is tonight is to be open until 11. So for now, live in East Longmeadow, Leon Purvis, Western Mass News.
All right, Leon, thanks for that live report as well. A Northampton woman has been found guilty of reckless endangerment in medical child abuse case. 39-year-old Julie Gordon, formerly Julie Conley, was convicted and sentenced to probation until September 2023. The investigation began back in 2015 when the 7-year-old child was admitted to a hospital with life-threatening injuries. Now, her husband admitted to injecting a poison into the girl's abdomen in an attempt to kill her. An investigation found Julie to be behind a long-running series of injuries and knowingly consenting to dangerous procedures. Now, the child was placed in foster care and improved. The Department of Public Health releasing today's COVID-19 data. They say the state's positivity rate over the last 7 days sits at 0.36%, and there has been one new death due to the coronavirus. Now, so far, 60% of Massachusetts residents have been fully vaccinated. And for a full look at the numbers, check out our free Western Mass News streaming app. Holyoke has a new public school superintendent. Department of Elementary and Secondary Education Commissioner Jeff Riley saying he has appointed Holyoke native Anthony Sato to the role. Now, Sato has served an interim receiver since February, and he has served as the Chief Financial and Operations Officer for Holyoke Public Schools and was Budget Director for Springfield Public Schools for 8 years. Sato officially starts his role tomorrow, July 1st.
Well, 4th of July weekend may be a fun time for you and your friends. Your four-legged family members may not agree. I'm Paris Dunford, and coming up, I have the details on why this weekend could be scary to your pets.
We almost didn't have an orchestra for an entire year.
Plus, after a tough year for all, the famous Boston Pops are performing their 4th of July concert at Tanglewood this year. We'll have more on the impact this will have on small businesses.
And we are still tracking a line of thunderstorms back off to our west. It'll be moving through this evening. I'll have your latest forecast right after the break.